the gun still warm. Maybe my connection is tired of taking chances. My connection. It's Mike. Mike Mullen has met me here with his beautiful bride.
My lovely wife, Kim.
Yes, and she and them are invited us to come to Daddypops today to stuff ourselves because we're celebrating Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
So yes, we are, and you'll hear all about it shortly. Mike, Tom, are we in another dimension? Oh. It does fit the Twilight Zone, right? I sent Mike some parts, some stickers for his Twilight Zone, and he said, "How about if I take you to Daddypops?" I said, "Sure." Plus, it's free. I'll do anything. All right, they are now sampling Scrapple. That is Scrapple. Their first taste of the Pennsylvania Dutch treat. You can see it's steaming hot. I think that's too hot, but...
And they sell them in like a brick, like I said, it's about this big. It looks like a brick. And then when you're home, you just cut it, put the little slabs on your frying pan, bread it up, and you're ready to go. It's a nice breakfast on Sunday.
Bob is already finished. Now, Bob thinks that Mike reminds him of something. Somebody. The actor.
I can't remember the man. I don't know the man's name. I'm sorry.
Put in the comments who you think Mike reminds you of.
No,
He's
great.
been in a zillion
It's not Elmer Fudd.
different movies.
Creep. Now, I've decided I was desperate for a quickie. So I had a quickie with bacon. All good things. Quickies are usually on English muffin, but I got it on a Kaiser.
I don't know. It reminds me of the actor.
Well, we're going to find out. When I get the comments back, I'll tell you who.
I'm trying to think of a movie that.
Steve and his girlfriend are over in the corner.
Not Dirty Harry, right? Are we live?
See, this is what goes on at Daddypops every morning, almost. Well, we are heading over to the shop. We're going to give Kim and Mike a tour of TNT, but you now are going to see the Twilight Zone footage that we shot a few days ago. So here we go. Jake has made remarkable progress on our kiss, okay? So he's got the rails back in. We're about to put all new bases, tons of new parts, Jake. This thing's going to be beautiful, isn't it, young man?
Top notch.
Only the best at the TNT operation. Listen, little Carson watches our videos with his daddy Bill, and he ordered one of my signed cards. You can get one if you email me there. Is that your stupid phone? Couldn't you put your dumb phone on silent? Please put it on silent.
Hello?
Do you see what I put up with? Well, while we're waiting,
Yep, we're trying to film.
David White shared a picture of his Tron game. Yes, David, thanks a lot. You didn't buy it from me. Do you think I care about your dumb Tron? I mean, what a beautiful game you have, David. I love the T-mode on it. And Dave Howard went skiing. And look what he wore on his skiing adventure. That's right, my t-shirt from my store. You can buy a t-shirt. Right? Right? Little Chris is working on a Stargate. Obviously, everything's apart. Now, guess what? We're going to show you the Twilight Zone. I know you're waiting for the Twilight Zone, but listen, Chris.
Yeah, I noticed.
The guy getting the Twilight Zone is a mounted.
He is? Oh, I'm very impressed.
And he could kill you if I asked him to. He wasn't impressed.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Get home safe.
Oh, I can do my song.
It's bad out there.
It is pretty bad.
She's trying.
Robert,
she's a
look.
mile from home. And she
Oh,
she
it's
can't
the
get home.
snow. Oh, couldn't get home.
Traffic lights are out.
Oh,
Everybody's
there must be an
frozen.
entire inch down on the ground.
He hasn't.
You know all about
obviously
just having an
outside.
inch.
Wait a minute, let me look. Come over
would
here.
know about
Come
an
here.
inch.
Let me look. Let me look at this inch. This
Ew.
big, terrible,
Go in the
horrible.
bathroom and look at your inch.
Wallace, you better finish this before you go tonight.
Yeah, I'm staying overnight.
Oh.
Let it go, let it go.
We've got him shot. Come on, knucklehead.
Well, let me tell you something, Rob.
Cold never bothered me anyway.
What's it, the 30th time you've used that?
And how long have you known that was on my back? Is that the first time you're noticing that?
He thought you didn't know. He thinks
Yeah,
you're
he
as
was
dumb as
going-
he is.
Oh, he wanted to keep it going.
Tell everybody. It means.
Leave it on there. I'm taking it home for my
Well,
wife.
turn around. Let me show. It means
You just tore it off.
Daytime Walter, a.k.a. Daytime Dumb, Ugly I can't say that word.
So what did you do, tear it off?
No, it's still there for your dumb wife to see. I mean, your beautiful wife.
I'm going to play that for her.
She's not going to listen. She doesn't like my videos. She says my videos are dull.
She might be onto something.
But listen, nothing is dull when it comes to the Twilight Zone, is there, Rob? Look, the beautiful Twilight Zone. Robert requested blue and green behind the door, which we accommodated. We have blinker bulbs in assorted places. The color display is all set up now,
Looks best in black and white on this.
but we have it set up for black and white, right? Do we
It
set
just
up-
comes that way. Just leave it. Don't put the color in.
Okay, he can put the
You
color.
can, but I think on this game it looks better.
Okay, but anyway, there we are.
Nobody cares what I think, right, Rob?
Let's go over it. Robert sent us some improvements. He bought this shopped, and whoever shopped it changed the parts on the flippers, and that was about it, Robert. That was it. That's all he did.
Sounds like you used to work
Nothing
here.
else.
Did you say
kinda what we
shocked
do.
or shocked?
Shocked. I mean,
Shunked?
we had to put these little covers on. The covers were missing, covering the switches. We had to take the whole thing apart and start over. The guy he actually changed the rubbers, but he didn't bother really doing a thorough job, so we had to go over the whole thing again. The toys he sent out, that's from the Invaders episode. This is Robbie the Roto. They had this goofy
Robot.
blue tube in the back that was lighting the back. We took that hazardous tube out that made out of glass and put a green strip in from Comet. The television set was sent to us. Now, here's something interesting. The TV, it's a great ad, great mod, and it worked for about 2 days, and then somehow the little thumb drive emptied itself. It was blank. There was nothing in it. But the guy that makes sent us the file, and we re-uploaded it, and it's been fine. We've let it run for 3 or 4 days with zero troubles. So it's an easy fix. This is actually a Hallmark greeting card TV. So you can pretty much plug anything you want into it. And it runs, this is the files he sent us, but you can put almost anything you want in there. It's really
You just have to
nice.
have the configuration file.
Right.
It won't. If you can't just put files on it, it won't play them. When you have the text file in there, then you can tweak it a little bit. But
That's
it needs
correct.
that.
Other things we did. This is the slot machine mod, but this one doesn't move. It just lights up. I guess they had 2 versions of that. Once again, these came in a box. The camera. We did put a color blinker in the back behind the gumballs. They were in it. So they did a little bit of work to this, but not much. Now, what's this, Kurt?
Your gumball machine from your house?
My gumball machine from my... Okay. Well, Kurt made an interesting point. Why don't you show people what this looks like? Well, what happened is this Twilight Zone we overhauled had the wrong motor on it. Some boob put the wrong motor in it.
Don't point that camera at me.
Well,
Me.
no, it wasn't him. No, it wasn't. This guy bought this machine reconditioned, and the gumball it worked, but it didn't work well. So after playing it for a few times, we realized there was big issues. So when we took apart, do you have the other motor? Right, when we took it apart to see what was going on, we realized that the clodhopper had the wrong part in it. Now, this is the motor he put in, which is wrong.
This was flopping around. He just had a screw jammed in there.
He had a screw jammed in there to hold it in.
This would
So
sometimes
it would
miss.
sometimes miss that switch. See what happens as it vends, it hits the switch. Let's give him an example. So it would spin around, vend a thing, and stop there. Do you see that? And that's how the machine knew to drop a gumball out. Is there an Intel processor in that, Kurt?
This is it right here. That's what we're in the
So
spot.
there's how it spins.
Ball comes through. Falls onto this part.
Vendomatic, and then that one switch tells the motor where on earth it is. The creep that restored this machine, that's how he fixed it.
There you go. I'll show you it in action. Just pump the switch in.
Mr. Switch and Mr. Motor.
Mr. Motor is plugged in. Let's get a ball. Falls in there. Comes through the back. Plops it in there.
It's in. He's going to put it on.
There we go. Good catch.
But the good news is, the man that restored it did service the 4 flippers. Wasn't that lovely?
Very nice.
That's his idea of a restoration. There we go. So, that's what we find when we open these up, don't we, Bertie?
Yep.
Yes, that's right. Let's continue. Not much. We put the car and the light on. He did write with the purple colors here, and then the front here is lit with a lavender strip. And then we did light the hole. Isn't that a nice effect? And that's so simple to do. You can add lighting just by buying this socket right here from Pinball Resource or Marco's Specialties. That's the number. We buy 50 at a time of those sockets. We use them everywhere to light holes or whatever is needed. Oh, this also had this piano mod. The downside of the piano mod is it's very difficult to get in here to take the clock apart. The clock, somebody had actually went to the trouble of putting LEDs where the light bulbs were, but the clock board was burned up. So it was like, why? Why bother? We just put in a new Rotten Dog clock board. I mean, that way there's no problems. Occasionally it doesn't keep time. I remember that was an issue every now and then, but in the private home it's perfect. Frank, do you remember? Oh, the side art. Somebody had put the side art on with a spatula. I guess they thought they were the cat's meow. It was not put on correctly. We corrected it though and trimmed it. It had already started to cut away here. And we're giving him with it a little crisp. Where is the box of parts?
Somewhere around.
Somewhere.
Right over there.
A lot. Oh, here. Good. We ordered a set of these protectors. So Robert's going to put these on, and that'll cover any of the blemishes that may be there. And we have our light-o-matics on the side. Okay, whoever owned it before, took out the original optic flipper buttons because they operated with and they just put regular leaf switch buttons back in. Then I don't know why they bothered with that. The leaf switchers are better. The optics get dirty, not much trouble. And they also had a giganto spring on this. We put the original soft touch spring because remember, the idea is to roll over one of these 3 switches here and not fire it into that hole. You need the lightest weight switch of all to do that, right? Right, Robbie?
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Robbie?
Isn't that right?
The game came out great. We did the driver board in the back looked like a child repaired it. Do you remember that?
You worked on it, I thought. No, we got it and fixed it.
It was awful. So this is a replacement driver board in there. It looked like a baby, fixed it. So we'll use the driver board as parts board. Now back here, down here, Frank's button battery, that's now in a socket. so he can fix that anytime he wants. The only thing left, as a matter of fact, it just came in the mail today. We have the new interconnect cable. That's going in. Because, we always change this cable. This is the big issue. The battery, this, and that capacitor right there. We have the phones on silent. Everybody has their stupid cell phone on silent, except Dumbbell. Okay?
Well, he's related to the guy that owns the place, so he probably doesn't give a shit.
Oh! Did you put it on silent? Oh, yeah, I put it on silent. Worried about the snow.
So just because you're going to be here till it's summertime, doesn't mean everybody else is. We can go home. Half-inch of snow out there.
Once again, very light pull. Well, a little stronger than that. Oop. It's not on the I wasn't supposed to do that, but I did anyway. You know what? It's got to be level, Frank. Let's level this up right now. What a great game this was. Anyway. Now, Rob, do you see that clock?
Yes.
That clock is very special. It happens to be in an episode where you can actually stop time with that clock.
Really?
Yeah. Actually,
Really?
Dimwits. You know, I can practice something like this very easily. Let me show you how you do it. First, you get the clock to appear like this. Then you draw the clock into my hands like this. And then I hold the clock right here and I take the battery out of the back like this. Okay? The clock has stopped. And then this is what happens. It worked! They can't do anything, can they? Hey, Steven, would you like a poke? Or a boom? And Rob, brother Rob, oh, I can do anything I want. I can do... Oh my. It is kind of quiet though, isn't it? It is kind of creepy. And we're not going to get any work done. I guess I've had enough. Here, let me put this battery back in. Battery back in. Not bad, folks, huh? What happened? They're clueless. Let's hope they never know. Of course, if they watch this video, they will.
Certainly.
Nobody watches them.
Oh, not even my own staff.
I do, just to put thumbs down.
You know how long it took to create 300 accounts so I could put 300 thumbs downs on them? And then log into each one?
Oh.
Punch in when I do that.
Here are Twilight Zone end music. Good night, folks.